Hey everyone, this is John Trent with BountyIntoComics.com. We've got some James Bond news for you. The executive producer, Barbara Broccoli, has finally come out and made a declarative statement on a female James Bond. There's been rumors that Bond could be gender swapped or race swapped. Well, Barbara Broccoli is definitely putting the kibosh on the gender swap rumors. This is what she had to say to The Guardian. Bond is male. He's a male character. He was written as a male, and I think he'll probably stay as a male. She would continue, and that's fine. We don't have to turn male characters into women. Let's just create more female characters and make the story fit those female characters. And that's straight from the executive producer of Bond. She's been part of the Bond franchise since she was 18. She's the daughter of Albert Cubby Broccoli, who originally adapted Ian Fleming's novels to film, and she's kind of been taking care of the Bond franchise ever since. She's been involved in all of the casting choices. She chose Daniel Craig. I mean, she is like the word when it comes to James Bond. And what's interesting is her statements kind of echo Rachel Weisz, who is Daniel Craig's wife and also a British actress, who previously said, Fleming devoted an awful lot of time to writing this particular character, who is particularly male and relates in a particular way to women. Why not create your own story rather than jumping onto the shoulders and being compared to all those other male predecessors? Women are really fascinating and interesting and should get their own stories. So that's kind of almost this, I mean, they're almost identical things, what they've said between Broccoli and Weisz. I'm sure they probably had a conversation about it. It wouldn't surprise me if that happened. What's really interesting is that Broccoli does indicate that Bond will continue to adapt to the world around him, and especially adapt to kind of where we're at in the real world. She says, but look at the way the world has changed, and I think Bond has come through and transformed with the times. I've tried to do my part, and I think particularly with the Daniel Craig films, they've become much more current in terms of the way women are viewed. And I mean, I don't know if I completely agree with that. There's definitely been some strong characters throughout the Bond franchise. One of my favorite Bond films is Never Say Never Again. The female characters are extremely strong. It's not just a damsel in distress. She actually can handle her own. Maybe it's not in like a Halle Berry type way or a Vesper Lynn type style, but she has her own. She's her own character, and she handles things in her own way and deals with her own problems. And she helps Bond as well. And you've also seen, I mean, the Bond franchise has always had very strong female Bond villains as well. So I'm not really sure if I agree with that point. There's always been strong female Bond characters. You've had Moneypenny, who's always been an asset in helping out Bond, while also being a little bit of a tease. But so I'm not sure if I really agree with her. What's interesting is she doesn't put the kibosh on race swapping James Bond. It's only the gender swapping. So I'm interested to know what you think of Barbara Broccoli's statements regarding the James Bond franchise. Are you happy that she finally kind of said, no, we're not going to have any female Bonds, and James Bond is always going to be a man for the foreseeable future, at least it seems as long as she is in charge of the Bond franchise. So let me know what you think. Are you looking forward to the next Bond film? And let me know in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell on YouTube, join our Discord channel, follow us on Twitter, and follow us on Facebook. This has been John Trent with BountyIntoComics.com.